4 million subbed YouTuber SomeOrdinaryGamers, aka Mutahar, aka Muta, was just exposed by a teeny tiny creator as a fraud and a liar with over 38 minutes of undisputed evidence and receipts. Muta has been telling people he's an engineer for over 10 years. Turns out, he's not. I'm Dan Frampton. This is Sloppy Seconds. Likes and subs. Let's go. So this is the video right here that broke it all down. Nick Andros. I saw the thumbnail for this video the moment that it was released, but I was in the middle of doing other things. I uploaded a video of my own, and then somebody in the comments mentioned this video, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go check it out. Turns out it was the biggest bombshell of a video dropped this year. You want receipts, you want evidence, you want a guy going out there and collecting all the clips to back up his claims. Well, Nick Andros has done that, and it turns out that this guy might become one of the next biggest names in the commentary scene. Because when I saw this video, this dude only had 1,000 subs, and this video only had less than 1,000 views. Now we're sitting here today, and this thing has officially blown up at over 214,000 views, and he's amassed just about 5.5 thousand subscribers. And I gotta mention, this video that we're talking about is basically just a hype video for a future bigger Mutahar video. This apparently is just a little teaser, just a little bite-sized taste, but turns out it's a very satisfying meal in and of itself. In this one video, Nick Andros has been able to get the attention of the entire commentary community, and now people are starting to make their videos. Because over the last, I don't know, year and a half or so, Mutahar has been kind of losing favor with a lot of his audience. He is big enough that he's kind of like too big to fail at this point. I don't think there's gonna come a time where Mutahar doesn't have a career. But it's just so weird that he lied about having other careers while being a successful YouTuber. It was almost like he was ashamed of saying, I am a YouTuber. I make most of my money by being a YouTuber. So he concocted this lie that he was an engineer. And this lie that he was an engineer goes back to like the very beginnings of this guy's channel. He's always claiming to be a computer engineer or a software engineer. And I gotta tell you, you need a degree to be called those things. And in Ontario, Canada, where Mutahar lives, it's illegal to call yourself an engineer unless you have a degree for it. There are a couple exceptions, like if you're an audio engineer or a train engineer, but the difference is engineer in those cases are like the names of a job. It's a job title. In Mutahar's case, software engineer or computer engineer, it's basically like calling yourself a PhD of computers, which he is not. I 100% recommend you go watch Nick Andros' entire video for all of those receipts. I'm not gonna go through the entire thing. That would basically be just me making his video again. And I'm not here to do that. I'm here to weigh in with my own stuff. But 2 years ago, I was sitting in this very same studio and Mutahar hadn't a blemish on his name. People looked up to SomeOrdinaryGamers as kind of like a role model that got to do it kind of against YouTube's way. YouTube's way is like, you gotta make highly edited, highly engaging content, but Mutahar was like, I'm not even gonna turn on my light. And that sort of authenticity kind of ingratiated himself to the overall YouTube community. But the cracks started showing. As soon as he started doing a podcast with controversial figure Nux Taku, it was like, okay, this is gonna be an any moment now situation. The cards are definitely gonna fall. And I've covered Mutahar's fall on this channel if you want like more updates on the thing, or if you want to get all the details on how we got here. But essentially, we go back a couple years, Mutahar's on Twitter, and he's also known for these like highly researched videos sometimes. Not all the times, but sometimes he'll do these highly researched videos. And in this case, he was doing a highly researched video on Keffals. He used a cartoon image of Keffals for his thumbnail and received a lot of hate for it. He left Twitter. Because of all that, he ended up coming back to Twitter. Then he said he's leaving drama content. Then he came back to making drama content when Creator Clash was getting numbers. Then it comes out he's like lying to all his commentary buddies and ducking questions and kind of being snaky on the Chud Logic show or whatever. He makes like a 40-minute hit piece on Nux Taku, then takes it down and apologizes for it. Needless to say, the last year and a bit has been very messy for old Mutahar. But still, all the while he was going through this, he might have been a little bit bad at handling drama. He might have been a little bit kind of scared and ducking some questions or whatever, but we still felt like this guy was an engineer, right? Like, you need to finish school with a degree in order to call yourself an engineer. You can't just be a hobbyist. You can't just be somebody that reads forums and builds PCs in your free time and call yourself an engineer, right? That would be crazy. Then we're all engineers. So there is one clip I want to play. This was the bombshell. This was the clip that sent me to my knees being like, tell me, Jesus, it's not true. Roll it.
You gotta ask the question too. It's like a lot of these guys, like, they shit on college, right? Like, so this is where my pet peeve is, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a dropout myself. I've never finished university.
That one right there, people. I'm a dropout myself. I never finished university. I like lost my mind. I had to take off my shirt and do laps around the house when I heard that, people. What do you mean, Mutahar? And especially after learning that it's illegal to call yourself an engineer in Canada unless you have the proper accreditations for it. But he doesn't. He spent the last 10 years being like, guys, trust me. I have a day job. I'm an engineer in my real life. Like, I'm a really big, fancy coder. I'm smart. I know my way around stuff. In fact, I'm working on a little code right now that I intend on selling to Microsoft. It's like, oh, you're a coder. You're an engineer. Oh, I understand how you have all these millions of dollars then. You're not just a YouTuber then. Turns out he is just a YouTuber, just like all of us, okay? Just like Keemstar, just like Leafy. This guy is of that same ilk. This guy is a YouTuber. Yeah, we all have day jobs, buddy. We all have to go do stuff until this stuff blows up for us. Turns out it blew up for you, but you were too embarrassed to call it your actual job. You want it to sound cool. And my theory here is, because I heard one time on an interview, I forget what interview it is, but Justin Wang was being interviewed. And he's like, yo, I don't tell people that I'm a YouTuber. That's kind of embarrassing. What I tell them is I'm a video editor. I could be mixing that up. I don't want to say that that was Justin Wang that said that definitively. Could have been somebody else. But I think Mutahar heard somebody cooler than him say that and was like, this is what I'm gonna say now. I'm a video editor. Yeah, you edit your own fucking videos that you upload to your own fucking YouTube channel. What do you mean you're a video editor? Mutahar, we're all video editors. He made it seem like he worked for studios. He makes it seem like he works for television or whatever. And he's always very vague about it because in his mind, he wants us to believe that it's for privacy reasons. Turns out it's a lie. The privacy reason is that it's private that he's lying to us. So what is it, Mutahar? Are you a video editor? Are you a day trader? Are you a landlord? To be honest, I think you are actually all of those three. But the thing that funds all of those things, you wouldn't be able to have properties or stocks to trade unless you had the money that you earned from your millions of subs. I'm not an idiot, man. I see the numbers. I know that that's way more than enough to have just like a casual, comfortable living. You're a rich man off the back of making drama slop YouTube videos. Be proud of that. You were able to build an empire from your bedroom. That in itself is sick. That in itself is the dream of absolutely every YouTuber out there. Be aspirational in that way. Don't be like, oh, I'm actually too cool to call myself a YouTuber. You know, this is just a hobby, guys. I don't actually care about this that much. Turns out you actually do care about it. Turns out it's actually your be-all, end-all. It is your bread-winning activity. You are a YouTuber, Mutahar. Fuck you for trying to fool everybody for the last 10 years. Oh, I'm an engineer. You're not an engineer. Not by trade, not by degree, and not by job title. There's no way you're an audio engineer. You're not out there helping produce albums. There's no way you're a train engineer. There's no way you're shoveling coal into the engine of that train, Mutahar. But if you don't want to hear somebody just like rant and rave and be angry about this sort of thing and you want a more measured response, please go watch Nick Andros's video over here. All the receipts are there. This guy went through all of the videos to get these clips, and this is just him lying about being an engineer, and it's just a little teaser, just a little taster. More to come. Some ordinary gamers, more like some ordinary fraudster. Hey, CoffeeZilla, can you be the next one to make a video on this, please? That would be great. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, see you later, and have a good one.